So, I was kind of waiting, hoping this trailer would come out before I had to go to work. So I thought I'd do a video real quick talking about the new trailer for Scream 5. Yes, I know it's called Scream. I'm well aware it's just called Scream, but let's just call it Scream 5. Let's call it for what it is. I know the new trendy thing is to name it after the first movie. But I think they just should have gone with they should have just called it Scream 5. Just to really... But then again, I do give it credit at the same time, now that I think about it, for trying to be like parody or subvert the films that they always make fun of. You know, the new trendy thing with horror movies is to name it after the first movie. So, and again, Halloween kind of helped spawn Scream to begin with, so why not parody the whole, oh, we're doing Halloween, but it's in continuity with the original continuity, so let's do that with Scream and that title. So, I get it. Like, it's kind of smart, but at the same time, a part of me is like, can we just call it Scream 5, please? Can we just do that, please, and thank you? Anyway, so in this story, the big question we always had was, you know, Scream is of its time, but what's been best known for the most part, excluding looking at you, Scream 3, was that the Ghostface killer, not that Ghostface killer from from Wu-Tang, but the Ghostface killers have had to update with the times. Like, you know, no one if you see, like, they tell you right out the bat, like, if you see an unknown caller, you just hang up. So the cool thing they do in this little trailer is that, oh, already killed the person they're texting, and then when they have the auto locks, they just hack the phone and just do it again, because that's actually, like, terrifying. Because the whole point of Scream originally, the original Scream movie, was everyone said, like, how Jaws made people afraid to go in the water. Scream was basically, you get caller ID. So this time around, with technology constantly evolving, the Ghostface killer has kind of been evolving with it. You know, every killer has had, like, a new bag of tricks, and I'm pretty sure this new killer is going to have his or her own little bag of tricks as well for this era. So I'm really excited for that. Even though I'm not the biggest Scream guy, it is, like, I am kind of excited at the idea of another Scream movie. I am really excited for a new Scream film. Even though I'm not the biggest Scream guy, I'm like, it's cool. Like, I'm excited. I mean, I am of two minds, because there is a bit of a red flag for me that, you know, it is going to be premiering in January, like the first or second week of January. And as we all know, January is the diarrhea pit of movies. Like, January, February, and most of February, or some of February, are usually a huge, massive, just turd pile of movies. And we don't really get our best movies until, like, sometimes February we get good movies, but mostly they come out late February, March eras when we get the good movies. And having a horror movie in January, that never works. That, like, it's never a good sign when a horror movie comes out in January. Like, that's also why I'm kind of like, I don't have the highest hope for Morbius, because, oh yeah, that's a January movie too, so I'm a little worried. Anyway, so I do like that we've brought the whole cast back. I mean, what else are they doing? What else is Courtney Cox doing with her life? And same with everybody else. I think Neve Campbell has been doing voice acting as of late. But yeah, they also bring up that what's interesting is that all of the victims this time around are all relatives of past killings. And this movie's actually, like, it hasn't said it out loud, but it basically tells you in the trailer, don't worry, we're not rebooting the continuity here. This is not like doing a Halloween 2018 where we're just erasing the timeline and just keeping one movie. No. All the movies are canon. Which, good on you, Scream. Like, we're even referencing Scream 3 and 4. Alright. This is definitely going to. This is either going to be like a great love letter to the diehard Scream fans, which I can only imagine what Spencer Charnas of Ice Nine Kills is going to think because this is his favorite movie. So, I already like him. Like I'm already wondering what he's going to think of this entire spiel. Anywho, I do think that it is cool that we're kind of... Because that's the thing, like, another thing I don't get a lot with horror movies is, why not do a film centered around the survivors or the survivor relatives? Sorry, where was I? Oh, right. So, I wish more horror movies would play with that aspect of, essentially... like, I wish they would play more with the idea of victims of horror movies. And this one looks like it's going to, like, several horror movies that have done that before. But, like, I wish that, like, I wish we played more with that. And Scream, as always, has kind of been, like, the film that has really kind of played with the ideas that we kind of wish we got more of in horror movies. So I think this is a good sign. But again, I still have red flags about it being a January film. I'm not saying like it being a January film is just like, okay, it's done. We're basically packing it in. You know, we're packing it in, and we're just not going to put any effort into this movie. All I'm saying is that I'm just a little concerned. I have some concerns, is all I'm saying. Anyway, the Ghostface design, the slasher does, like, the Ghostface costume is basically the same. Like, it really does feel the same. Like, it does feel like it's referencing heavy, because there are a lot of changes to a lot of the Ghostface costume. If you really look at each of the films, there are like basic designs, but this one really does harken back to the original film. So I think that's I think that's neat. I think, like, it could be that this film is going to do the whole, like, maybe it was Dewey, maybe it was, you know, maybe it's been Sidney in some weird way, but, I mean, obviously, yes, I saw the trailer that Sidney is seeing the killer again, so obviously that's not, but, like, I have a feeling that one of the main characters this time around is going to be the Ghostface, but you know me, I really, really do suck at basically trying to figure out the movie. Anyway. So, what was I gonna say? There was something else. Like, yeah, I'm just kind of excited of how they'll play with, like, social media, because it's a nightmare, and I'm pretty sure they'll really have some notes on that. And again, like, it's kind of cool that it's basically saying, because again, you can't really just it does the thing like most critics would say, like, oh, if you see a number you don't know, you hang up. I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be 2022, dumbass. Of course they're gonna have to, like, update with it. It's not like some idiot is gonna go to his phone, see caller unknown, and be like, I'll answer that. Obviously, the motherfucker's going to have to, like, be creative. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah. There you go. That's just basically what I kind of like. I've never been a Scream fan. I've never been a fan of any. I'm not, like, I like the Scream films, but I've never been, like, avid, rabid fan of the Scream franchise. So to see it again, like, to see it, like, get so much hype, and the fact that we're getting another Scream film, this one's going to have a lot riding on it. I will say that right now, that this film is definitely going to have a lot riding on it, because this is the first film that doesn't have Wes Craven a part of it. This is a film that has kind of built like a legacy. Like this is a like even though Ghostface has had probably some of the least amount of sequels, this character has generated a major fan following behind it. So there's a legacy here. Like there is a major legacy for the character, for the Ghostface killer, and for the Scream franchise. And again, I'm glad they're going to be referencing all 4 movies. It's nice to see a horror movie. Like, I'm not trying to bash Halloween for doing that, because the Halloween timeline is so fucked you couldn't even, like, it had to have a total rehauling. And I really love where they're going with these new Halloween films. I'm just kind of saying, like, it's kind of nice that Scream is doing that. Like, I'm glad Scream is following, like, we're not gonna say, oh, we, you know, since Scream 3 was so shitty, we're not gonna acknowledge it, or Scream 4 was so polarizing, we're just gonna totally just delete the other 3 films. No, we're going to reference all the movies. Like, we're going to own that, the good and the bad, so I applaud it for that. But you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of Scream, or Scream 5, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Are you guys excited? Are you guys not? Just comment below, let me know. And once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.